Welcome back to Hoopsins, where we cover the NBA every day. Back with our second episode, trying to keep it daily, as long as I don't drop my camera again. We're going to take a look at the scores for today. Happy Halloween to everyone. Hopefully, you had a nice day. The NBA did have a pretty nice day. Looking at the scores first, Hawks over the Pacers, 128-108. Looks like Jalen Johnson had a pretty solid game for the Hawks. It's good to see. Celtics over the 76ers, 109-108, 1 point gain. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention the NBA Cup has started, brought to you by the Emirates. East Group A, East Group B, so Hawks get the win. Celtics over the 76ers. I mean, Maxey putting up a lot of assists, great to see, but Jaylen Brown and the Celtics, too much for them today. Raptors finally turned it on against the Cavaliers, 112-101. They get the win. Ingram, top player for Toronto today. This is only Toronto's second win in a NBA Cup, so I think these guys are playing for the money. We'll see. All right, East Group C, Bulls over the Knicks. The Bulls now go to 5-0. Very surprising for a lot of people, so it's great to see these guys playing well. Giddey 1 assist away from, a triple-double, so well done to the Bulls. Lakers over the Grizzlies. It's good to see Luka back, putting up 44 points. Wow, what a way to return. But if you notice, Austin Reeves not as hot as he's been in the last couple of games. So Luka came back and said, "This is my team. I'll go ahead and control the ball." I saw a little criticism for Ja Morant, being a little bit lazy, playing for Memphis. Then he kind of called out the coaches in the post-game interview, so that was really interesting to see. To the West, Suns get their second win over the Jazz. Again, I'm not sure if that money is a good motivation, but yeah, Booker putting up 36 points. Good job, Suns. Trailblazers beating the Nuggets. So now Portland has a better record than the Denver Nuggets, which is pretty impressive. They're doing it with a lot of young guys, so it's always good to see. Are you a Trailblazers fan? I mean, they're riddled with injuries, but still getting those wins. So, just congrats to the young team. And finally, we've got the Clippers over the Pelicans. Kawhi Leonard called game. You'll see it on the thumbnail for the video. He put up the game winner with no time left and scored 34 points. So we're going to move on to injuries. Injuries are not going to change too much, so we're going to go quickly and kind of only cover the important injuries. Not to say other players aren't important, but we're looking for those big names that are important. Trae Young being out for the Atlanta Hawks, that's one of them. Tatum obviously still out. It's going to be a while before he comes back. Green, Williams, and Miller all out for the Hornets. That's a lot. But it looks like most of them are expected to return in a couple days. Melo day to day as well. Kobe White still out for about 3 or 4 more days. Hopefully he gets back. Chicago is rolling. Not sure if he's going to change the dynamic of the team right now, but with Giddey controlling that ball mostly, Chicago's playing really well. Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, both injured. Those are, some big names. Garland. So imagine getting those 4 players back all on November 2nd. That team should get a little bit better. I know they're not playing as well as they were hoping. Derek Lively III is out a couple days. He'll be back in about 4 days, November 3rd. D'Angelo, Russell day to day. But yeah, their injuries are stacking up. They've got to wait about a week for Anthony Davis to get back, so that'll help as well. Sasser and Ivy out. Sasser returning a lot sooner. Hopefully, Ivy gets back after he went through a procedure to relieve that right knee discomfort, as it says right there. Hopefully, he evaluates well. Warriors, got a couple guys out. Finney Smith, he'll be back on the 3rd. He'll, not that the Rockets need size, but, he fills up a lot of space on that team. And the Pacers, I mentioned in the first video yesterday, that is a list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. Obviously, Halliburton's not coming back. But why does it say October 1st? It must be October 1st of next season. But Obi Toppin out till February 2nd. Undergo a surgery to place a screw in his right foot. Oof. I mean, that hurts. I mean, he's an athletic, high jumper. He's going to need that foot to heal so he can get back to himself. Lakers are looking okay. Clippers are looking fine. Lakers, Ayton only played 17 minutes due to back spasms. Hopefully he gets better. Hopefully it's not a chronic problem with him this year. Gabe Vincent will be back in a couple weeks. So yeah, their injuries are adding up too. So the fact that they're 4-2, you've got to be happy if you're a Lakers fan. Luka and Reeves playing well. Hopefully they can carry this team to the promised land. Grizzlies, they do have a few injuries, but they also have some disgruntled players. So Morant was complaining about the game plan, so we'll see if he suddenly has back problems too. The Heat have a couple players out. Rozier is going to be out who knows how long, so I wouldn't expect to see him back very soon. Bucks are doing okay. Giannis, though, day-to-day, he's been playing, so I'm not sure why he's day-to-day. He always ends up playing. Ant-Man is out until November 14th, which is a long time. So, that's about 2 weeks from now. So, hopefully Minnesota gets him back soon. DeJounte Murray out for the Pelicans. Thunder, their injuries are adding up again. I know Holmgren's day-to-day, but Jalen Williams, it'll be nice to get him back in a couple weeks. Topic with the testicular cancer, prayers for him because that is not, who wants to get diagnosed with any kind of cancer. Hopefully he gets better and back on the court as soon as possible. Magic have one injury. There's Wagner, Paul George. Not sure if I'm excited to have him back. I think the team is playing well without him. Hopefully he'll just come in and bring some shots, some defense, because they could use it. Phoenix Suns have a couple injuries. I mentioned it yesterday, the guys who they traded for, and then Livers looks like he just went on there. Portland, even though they're playing really, really well, 4-2 I believe is their record, they've got a couple injuries. So, they've still got people to look forward to. Hopefully Lillard's helping the team out while he is not playing. Kings have Murray out. He's expected to be back in a month. That's a long one. Thumb injury. He did get that rookie extension. That's nice, but he needs to go out there and earn it now. Spurs are rolling really well, even though they've got 5 injuries, playing without Fox, hamstring. So hopefully he gets a little bit better. All those guys are expected back November 2nd, so we'll probably see them on Sunday, hopefully. Yep, that's going to do it. Let's move over to some news. We're just going to cover the headlines and cover 2 articles a little bit more deeply. Here they're talking about the best NBA player Halloween costumes. Happy Halloween to everyone. Not sure if you dressed up. I know I didn't, but hey, if you like it, have fun. Doncic returns, tops 40 points for the 3rd straight game. 10 numbers to know from this season's first 10 days. Mitchell and Allen sidelined as injuries pile up. Yep, Cleveland is going through it. Williams' wrist continues to recover. Hopefully he gets better. We like to see him on the court. Referee headset communication to begin November 1st. Wow. Referees will use headsets to communicate in real time with the NBA, beginning on November 1st. That's interesting. I don't know if that's going to make things better or worse. What do you think? I can see it being a little bit of a distraction. I can see, another piece of technology, causing issues. But could the communication be better? Probably, because they can talk to each other. If someone sees a timeout, they can call it to the other refs. So hopefully that brings, improvement to the game. Bucks Porter Jr. out a month after injuring knee. That's pretty sad. Bucks are playing well, so they need all the players that they have. Mavs Davis calf strain out at least 2 games. Hopefully Anthony Davis feels better, gets that leg taken care of. We're just going to take a quick look at some of the costumes the players wore. Obviously Giannis with the Minions costume. Nothing despicable about him. I like it. All right, couple photos. Tyrese Maxey dressing up as Allen Iverson. Gotta love it. The guy is balling. Spida in a box. All right. Little Donovan Mitchell action there for Cleveland. Dame Lillard supplies... Oh, I gotta see this. With the Randy Savage. This is my first time watching the video. That is a goofy outfit. I love it. I used to watch wrestling when I was young, so I'm a fan. Now, does he do the voice? I'd be more impressed if he did the voice, but I love it. And he's got a bag of Slim Jims in his hands. Nothing better than that. Well done, Dame Lillard. Guess who? I'm going to guess Giddy, but I'm not sure. It says hashtag #CRed. Let me know if you know who that is. Donovan Klingon and his dog Ollie dressed up as Russell and Doug from Disney's Up. Wait, what? Let's take a look at this real quick. That's way too innocent. Oh, he's got a puppy and everything. All right, that's pretty adorable. I like that. Had to get the Rooks this year, scaring him with the Halloween or with the clown costume. Happy Halloween, nice mask. No treats, just tricks. All right, they're all trying to scare the team with the spider in a box. All right, what we got here? Yo Gabba Gabba. I mean, that's kind of an older reference. That's Yo Gabba Gabba, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Little hot dog action. Okay. No ketchup, just mustard. Respect for the sour flavors. What is that? Is that a guy on a toilet? Okay. Interesting choice. Spooky season from the Grizzlies. Probably Morant. All right, love it. All right, one more article I thought was really interesting for today. 10 numbers to know from the first 10 days of the 25-26 NBA season. A new season begins, and these 10 trends from teams and players have set the tone so far. So they're saying, number one, the league has scored 117.7 points per team per game. Third highest mark in NBA history. That is insane. Points are at an all-time high. The league is clearly an offensive league. Hate it or love it, it is what it is. They try to say efficiency's up, but, we also know foul calls are up. The league has averaged 45.7 fouls per game and 29.8 free throw attempts per 100 shots from the field. All right, that is a lot of fouls per game. The free throw attempts, 30 attempts a game. I got to be honest, it's not wearing on me yet, but it's going to. I don't love seeing fouls every day. It's slowing down the game, It's an offensive league, but these easy fouls are slowing it down. So they're comparing it to the last few seasons. 2022, 2023 was 43, so that's up there. But now we're at 45.7. So, it's raising a little bit. Number three, defenses have picked up the ball in the backcourt on 18.2% of possessions. Hey, these guys are playing hard. They're playing full court basketball. So we like it, Probably lead to more turnovers, hopefully more dunks. The Sixers rank last in shot quality according to tracking data. Last in shot quality. Whew. Look at Tyrese Maxey up there. Now that's scoring. Now he's scoring a lot, but it doesn't mean he's taking the best shots. Could it be even 40 if he was taking better shots? He works really hard for him, so I'm not going to bust his chops over that. The man runs and works hard, so we won't give him trouble. The Heat have averaged just 12.6 seconds per offensive possession. That would be the fastest average possession in the 13 seasons of tracking this data. Now, that's insane. That means they're nearly using only half of their shot clock when they get the ball. Considering you have 8 seconds to get over the half-court line, this number should be higher. Slow it down, Miami. Are they just jacking up shots? Victor Wembanyama has taken 61% of his shots in the paint. That is awesome. We know he's been working in the offseason with some big men, Hakeem, Kevin Garnett, and, putting on that muscle weight. He's taking it to the rim. I love to see it. And I like this little stat. They're off to the first 5-0 start in franchise history. Considering they've had some pretty great players, that's amazing. They'll go for 6-0 when they visit the Suns on Sunday. So a very good chance for them to start 6-0. That's great to see. Giannis has averaged 26.5 points in the paint per game, which is insane if he's only averaging about 32, 34 points. So 80% of his points are in the paint. We know he attacks, but that's pretty impressive. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has scored more than twice as many clutch points as any other player. I'm not going to get too excited about that. I know they're 6-0, but they had 2 double overtimes to start the season, so he's had a lot of time and opportunity to put those stats up. The Knicks have taken 49.4% of their shots from three-point range. I do not like that stat at all. I know we're in a three-point era, but jacking up threes willy-nilly, half of your shots? Take a mid-range jumper. take a layup drive, get fouled, but that hurts to see. All right, who else? Cleveland there with 50%. So, you know, yeah. I think the only reason New York is up there is because of that difference. They've suddenly become a 3-point team. So, yeah. Finally, the Western Conference is 12-6 against the East. I don't think anyone's surprised there. The East is kind of decimated by injuries, and the West has some pretty good teams. So, all right, final two categories. Let's look at standing and stats. Chicago staying on top, 5-0. Again, shout out to these young guys. They're playing hard. They're playing well. They're playing as a team. Sixers as well, 4-1. Really good start. Did not expect it. Even with Embiid barely playing. Same with the Bucks. Thought they might be a little bit more disappointing this year, but 4-1, I'd say that's a great start. Miami, a little bit surprising. I didn't think they were going to be as good. I thought there were going to be some other teams in the East passing them, but, Pistons hanging in there, Detroit, Boston as well. So we've got a few surprising teams in the, bottom 8 teams. Cavaliers thought they would be a little bit better. They started off so well last year. Wasn't it like 15-0? Some insane start. So, injuries are not helping them, but hopefully they'll improve. Hawks as well. Trae Young goes out. Team is not as performing as well as we thought. New York as well. I mean, they were, a 2 or 3 seed last year? I could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comments. But New York was playing much better than they are last year. But yeah, Orlando, not sure what's going on there. Pacers and Brooklyn Nets, didn't expect them to do well. They probably want those draft picks, especially with waiting for Halliburton to come back. It'd be nice to get a top 3 draft pick right there. Oklahoma City Thunder, best record in the NBA, 6-0, still undefeated, still getting 1 million free throws per game. I'm going to joke about it. It doesn't bother me that much. I just don't like watching free throws, in the middle of a game. Spurs with a crazy hot start. Wembanyama's on fire. Playing without Fox, this team is probably just going to go up from here. Warriors playing really well. The old men are still hanging in there. Curry still running what looks like multiple marathons per game. The man still has a quick step, great shot. It's fun to watch. Trailblazers surprising me, and I'm here for it. I have nothing for or against them, but when a young team plays well together, it's great to see. Lakers keeping it together, even with Luka sitting out a couple games. He's back. They get the win. Hopefully they get LeBron James in a couple weeks. Nuggets in 6th place, a little bit surprising. I thought they would be a little bit better, maybe with a 4-2 record, 4-1 record. But hey, sometimes you have tough losses. Clippers still hanging in there in the top 10. Just got the win today, so that last second shot by Kawhi did help. Grizzlies still 3-3. Josh shouldn't get too angry about the team right now. They're not out of it. They're in a playoff position, so you just find your rhythm with the team and move forward. Now, Rockets are a little bit surprising. 2-2 is not a great record for a team with a lot of talent. They try to say, hey, we're putting out the tallest backcourt, tallest lineup in NBA, but look what they're doing in Philadelphia with 2 short back. I shouldn't say short, but 2 little guys in the backcourt. They are on fire. So it's nice to see the little guys making a comeback. Jazz hanging in there. Timberwolves should be a top 4 team in the West. I know Ant-Man's been injured. It's going to take a couple of weeks to get back, so hopefully they can get their groove back. Mavericks also surprising with all the talent. Flag isn't where they want him to be, but, he's 18 years old. He just started in the NBA, so there's a lot to learn. And New Orleans with 0 wins, not surprising at all. So let's take a look at our stats. This will be our last category for today. Luka with the 44-point game. That's a nice return from him. Is it Klingon? Let me know how to say his name. Donovan. 15 rebounds. Portland playing well. Jokic as well. Harden with the 14 assists yesterday. That is a lot. Maxey put up 14 as well. Drew Holiday 13. So, man, these guys, they're passing. Maxey scores a lot, but he's also passing the ball. So I like to see that. Nehemiah's from Boston, 3 blocks. Tied with Jalen Tyson. Well done. Kawhi, the glove, Getting those 6 steals, bringing in them big hands to the court, grabbing those balls. I like it. Turnovers. Jaylen Brown, don't like to see it. Luka, don't like to see it. Maxey, yeah. We've got to fix that. I mean, Brown's playing for Boston. It's going to be a rough year, but Doncic and Maxey have no excuse. Jordan Poole hitting 7 3-pointers. That's a lot. All right. Okay, still getting his shots, so that's good to see. Hopefully the team can get a win, though. Free throws made. Zion, the new free throw merchant this year. I mean, I'm just giving him trouble because the man does drive a lot. He goes for dunks, so he goes physical. Luka getting his 10 free throws. I'm not sure how many attempts he had, but, hey, making 10 is good. All right, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for the support. If you're able to watch through the video, click like and subscribe. Share it with someone. Leave a comment. Let me know your favorite team in the NBA right now. My favorite team right now so far, I would have to say, and this is not because I'm looking at records, but I'm having fun watching Philly play. They're a fun team to watch. I got to give more time to Chicago Bulls to see how they're playing well. I've seen the Thunder, but I haven't had a chance to watch the Spurs yet. I caught the end of the game yesterday when Wemby was heating up. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.